I'm Olivia.
And I'm Hailey, and this is
One Thing at a Time, a podcast where we talk about all things photography, life, and advice.
Yeah.
Okay, are you mocking me?
Maybe.
Welcome back, guys. How you doing, Hailey?
I'm doing fantastic. So are we not going to talk about the fact that you zoom in on my face every time, so now I'm going to have to scoot back so I'm not so close to...
True that. When I'm pulling things from, like, to make reels and stuff, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
And then you just, like, Hugh Gundis?
Okay, let's take a step back.
Let's take a step back. Let's retract a little bit. Are you not going to ask me how I am?
How are you doing?
I find that
how are you? I'm kidding.
That's so rude.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm fine. Thanks.
Let's see your new sign. I'm seeing something.
This is for viewers only because if you're listening as a podcast, we don't care. But look at my new sign. I'm not going to even say what it is. Y'all have to come over to YouTube. Do it.
Lord.
Yeah, I'm going to plug that YouTube till I die. Okay?
Okay, period. I'm here for it.
So, basically.
I got new glasses. You didn't say nothing about them.
I actually, what's so funny about when we do this is so I don't know if you can see me, but I definitely can't see you because your thing gets blurry. And I think it's because your Wi-Fi sucks. Sorry.
What do you mean? You can see me, but it's just fuzzy?
Yeah, it's just fuzzy.
Oh, okay. That me too. But I think that you're
I like your new glasses.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. I'm in a particular mood today, and it's not good or bad, but when you're just in that mood.
Surprisingly, I know exactly how you feel.
Okay, because I can feel the same energy from you.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. Today
I sarcasm.
I slept in way too late because I stayed up way too late.
Can I guess what time?
Okay, here's the thing. It wasn't consecutive. I woke up for a few hours and then I decided to go back to sleep because I didn't have anything to do today. And because this is off season, I'm justifying myself for rest.
You could have gone to church.
I don't like any of the churches around here. So I can worship from my bed.
I feel that. We actually didn't go to service today. We went to Sunday school. We kind of slept in too. Yeah.
You are fake a Christian. You're a fake Christian.
She's not a Christian.
She doesn't go to church.
But yeah, what were we talking about?
You said guess what time I
can I guess?
Mm-hmm.
3.
Shut up.
Did I guess it?
I made full-on teenage boy. No, but
you wake up and you're like, because tonight I will literally call Hailey and she won't answer, but then she'll text me and she'll be like, I just woke up. I'm like, girl, I've been up for 6 hours. What do you mean?
I'm valuing sleep right now because I know when wedding season comes, I'm not gonna get much. Yeah, because I'm gonna be this editing all night.
I still have to edit. I'm kind of in a funk right now. Not to make everything about me, but I'm kind of not in a funk, but I'm I don't really want to edit.
Do you have stuff to edit?
Yes.
See, I've been taking some time to literally refresh, rejuvenate, self-care, and so I haven't had anything to edit in a while.
It's like I get one thing done and then another thing comes and I'm like, okay. My editing list is never ending.
Oh,
never.
I make it end. And here in a few days, I will have some stuff. So
yeah, that's exciting.
And our fun little trip that we're doing, we're gonna have a lot of trip.
Okay, that was gross. Don't do that ever again. Okay, this is not ASMR. Thank you very much. That's all for today, guys. See ya.
Okay, so can we do a reading, watching, listening right now? But
sure.
Okay, so I've been addicted to this series on Netflix. It's called The Sinner. It's a psychological thriller. That's all I'm gonna say. It is so good. What's funny is that my parents recommended it to me, which is very out of character for them.
That's
Very
strange.
out of character to recommend a show like this. Because I was like, my mother and father were watching this. Weird. You need to watch it. Like, just watch the first episode. It's so good. And every season's like kind of new different people, so I'm
Okay, so what are you reading and listening to then?
listening to Morbid True Crime Podcast,
Okay,
and then
duh.
I'm reading the Bible still.
Okay.
So I'm starting from the Old Testament. I already finished the New Testament.
Nice. I'm reading The Duke and I, which is the Bridgerton series, because I just have to relive it, and I'm no
Is it
regrets.
is it like the same as
No,
the show?
it's actually not. I mean, it's the same in the sense like everything is like the same, but there are a few things I'm like, oh, this didn't happen in the show.
Do you
But I
wish that it
kind
did?
of no, I kind of wish that I read the book first.
That's always how it is, though, because you kind of know what's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Yeah, I kind of know what's going to happen, but at the same time, I'm like, I want to relive it, you know?
Yeah. Plus, you can just imagine. I'm glad that you watched the show first because you can imagine him.
Daddy
Like,
Duke.
okay, so here's the thing. With that show, they casted every single character so freaking well. And okay,
So
talk about a
perfect.
show, like, not to get all controversial or whatever, but they did very good at being inclusive. Like, big,
I agree.
small, colorful, the whole thing. And
Especially
I,
with the second season.
yeah, but like the whole show, they did very good with it.
So the
And it's
second
not,
season, I didn't know this, but they're all based on books. I really wish I would have read it before. But so the second season, the book is the Viscount Who Loved Me. I'll probably read it, but I've already seen it. But I kind of want to read the third book so I know what happens before
yeah,
the season 3 comes out.
yeah.
Um, but I believe that one is about Colin. So
Uh, Penelope and Colin, right?
yes,
I think it
yes.
is as well.
I believe that is what it's about. Sorry for
Hopefully one day
spoiling something, but
it'll circle back to hopefully.
so I actually saw an interview with her and she said that she's not really a part of season 3 and I was kind of disappointed cuz he doesn't do it anymore. They didn't sign him back.
Yeah, I know, which
And that's
is
so sad.
heartbreaking. Which he, yeah, I'm just gonna leave that right there.
Anyways, that's what I'm reading. um it's kind of like a hard read, not in a sense that it's like, they're British, so it's kind of like weird thing, like lingo and stuff that I don't understand. So I'm listening to it as an audiobook too and reading it. So that's kind of what I'm listening to. And watching, I'm still watching Shameless. I'm gonna finish it. Okay, say what you want,
I
but
didn't say anything actually.
you said it with your face.
Oh, kind of like you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Turd. But after
That's
that, I'll probably because Outer Banks is gonna come out in February, so I'll watch that. I know, I'm so excited.
I love Outer Banks.
Me too. I
And
watch it.
also,
I watch it with my mom.
I'm straight up. You're so rude.
Why?
Because you said The Summer I Turned Pretty was not your favorite, and
Oh,
you're fake for that.
uh, girl. Okay, review on The Summer I Turned Pretty. It's not my favorite book I've ever read. It.
Oh, I'm talking about the show. I don't care
Oh
about the
no, I
book.
read the book.
Oh, you need to watch the show.
I'll get there, but I don't really know if I have Prime. But now that I read the book, I really don't want to watch it because
Well,
I didn't like the book.
okay, I'll give you my Prime login so you
Can
can watch
I
it.
give you my like synopsis of the book?
Yes.
So I hated it. Not like I didn't hate it. I actually like the first half of it was really boring and then the second half of it was kind of entertaining. And I just from a perspective of a adult, I felt like this was more of a children book
Correct.
because the way that the main character says things in her head is so immature and I just could not bear it. Like
Okay.
it's not an adult book. So,
It is a teen show,
mhm.
and it is
Cringe.
so good. There are some icks, but Conrad, my dude, my dude.
You just
And
hit the mic and it scared me.
sorry. You need to watch the show because they did good with casting. They did good with pretty much everything, and I
Well, I've
loved it.
seen the girl and she's beautiful.
Well, I'm not talking about the girl being
Oh.
pretty. I'm just talking about
Oh.
the whole show.
Oh. You're talking about the men. I don't know. I kind of wonder what I haven't seen Jeremiah and who he is. I've only ever seen the girl.
Do you want me to show you?
No, I no, because I imagine him as a skinny, lengthy white dude. I even though I don't think he's white. Is he
Yeah.
white?
Yeah. He's definitely
Okay.
skinny, lanky, white dude.
Skinny, lengthy, tall. Um and honestly, controversial opinion, she should have ended up with him.
In the show, she
I know. I
is.
already know what happens. I
The
read
show's
the
different,
book.
though. No, but the show's different
But
because
you
it
never read the
ends.
book, did you?
No.
Well, then you need to read the book.
Well, you just spoiled it because she ends up with Conrad in the book.
Okay, I'm sorry. This show has been out for a long time. If you haven't seen it,
No, the
that's
whole
on you.
show does not tell you who she ends up with.
Oh. I didn't tell you who she ended up with.
You literally indirectly.
No, I did
and
not.
inadvertently, yes.
No, I did not. She could have ended up with that other guy.
She didn't. Not even in the show.
So
Anywho,
I didn't tell you who she ended up with.
it's
I'm just saying
giving
justice
Vampire
for
Diaries,
Jeremiah.
but without all the Vampire Diaries.
Justice for Jeremiah. That's all I'm saying.
Anywho, you need to watch the show. Okay, so now that we've been bantering for 10 minutes and 36 seconds.
Bantering is a love language.
You know, I agree with that. You need to put in like a clip. Skip 10 minutes if you don't want to hear and if you just want the goods.
You know what? I feel like people know us by now. They know that they're going to get a little banter.
Olivia, do you want to tell the audience what we're talking about today?
Yes, we are continuing the theme of wedding advice for this season of the podcast. So today we're going to be talking about ceremony tips.
Yes! Ooh, 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 ooh. So
I'm cutting that out, yeah. So we compiled a list of things to talk about. And the first thing I have on here is have your officiant move out of the way. I know that this is kind of like a thing that has been going on for probably the last couple of years. It's a pretty new thing. And from the perspective of a wedding photographer, it just makes pictures look better because it's just you and him. If you have like a significance, like if the officiant is someone like a loved one and you still want them in the photos, I don't know, but most of the time people don't. So
okay, yeah. To add on that, you just need to have a little pep talk before the ceremony with your officiant, or when you hire him, whoever that may be. You need to tell them to specifically. My DoorDash is here. La la la.
Do we need to pause?
No.
Okay.
I'll finish my thought and I'll. So I think that you need to tell your officiant to make an announcement, please rise, before you walk down the aisle, or specifically say, don't rise. Because people don't know what to do unless you tell them. So if you don't say anything, they're all going to rise at random weird times. It's going to be awkward. So if you tell your officiant, hey, tell them when you start to see me, please rise.
Well, to add on to that, I think traditionally the bride's mother is supposed to be the first one to stand up. So just tell your mom or whoever is the mother figure in your life to stand first, and then everybody else will follow. That's pretty much how it goes. Or if you just want the officiant to announce it, whatever. But I think traditionally that's what they're supposed to do, right?
I have no idea. All I know is that it's so awkward whenever no one knows what's going on.
All I know is that I get asked, should we stand? Quite often I'm like, I don't know if they want.
Or even put a sign, please rise when officiant says so, or please rise when you see the mother of the bride. Like, assign something, please. But typically officiant is going to say, hey, nobody rise because we have elders that can't stand, or please rise when I announce it. And then they commence the ceremony. But if they do that, it'll just make things go a little smoother and less awkward. It was your turn to talk.
Oh. All right.
I said what I needed to say.
Go ahead on the next one, Hailey.
Oh my gosh. So the next thing I read was brush your teeth and smile. Which some people like, please brush your teeth in the morning of the wedding day, but when you're like, tell your bridesmaids when they're walking with their bouquets, bouquet, whatever.
Booty K.
Booty cakes. Put the bush of the flowers to the bush of your crotch. So bush to bush.
Side eye.
I didn't want to say anything explicit. But it's so awkward whenever girls put their bouquets in their face and they're walking down the aisle. They don't mean to. Brides do it too. Everyone does it, but just be mindful.
Just a nervous thing.
It's like,
yeah. Do we want to tell people the lingo that we use now, since we say bush to bush?
Bush to bush, bush to butt, nuts to butt. When you're standing at the altar, turn in a little bit, like bush facing butt. For guys, nuts to butt.
I really like back to crack.
Back to crack, yes. Just remember that. Yes. When you're at the altar, back to crack, people. That's great. That's
back to crack. Yeah, but that's the lingo that we use. And whenever we say it, it always gets the groomsmen, it gets them pretty excited. And
they always
here to have a good time. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. The next one's pretty, everyone does it, but I feel like bride doesn't know where to start. They need to know this tip.
Yeah, it's have your maid of honor fluff your dress at the altar. And if you don't have a maid of honor, I would designate your mother or anybody that is, sitting down. If you're not having people stand up with you, I would just have a designated person to fluff your dress. And sometimes people don't or won't do it because they feel awkward doing it in front of people. But I would suggest doing a prayer and then fluffing it. It's what I would say.
Yeah, and
if you're social, like if you're self-conscious,
fluffing it too, because you want to know what you're going to look like. So if you show someone beforehand, it won't be as hard for them when you're up there and stuff. So, yeah. Also, make sure you're holding your mic down a little bit, because sometimes when I'm watching videos, this is all I see.
Hey, don't tell me how to live my life, okay?
Okay, well, I do the same thing, so.
Oh, also, to add to the fluffing, make sure you know how to bustle your dress.
Please.
Take a picture of it.
Please.
Take a picture of it. Have
put it
someone
in a wedding
else.
album.
Yeah, have someone else take a picture of it, and have that person also, another person, take a picture of it, because sometimes they're difficult. Like if you have one of those complicated ones, there are some that aren't, and that's such a God blessing. Like it's amazing, but there are some that are difficult. So just take a picture of it and teach people how to bustle your dress. I don't know where that accent came from, but
this is what I'm gonna be like you. I'm cutting that out. Yeah, I'm cutting that out.
Oh, she's being rude today. Oh gosh. Anything else to add? Sassy pants?
Oh, you're so funny with this next one.
Yeah, I want you to read it.
I'm not reading that. I'm gonna rephrase it. Remind bridesmaids to look up and smile when they're walking down the aisle with their flowers down.
For the people that can guess what I actually wrote, you will not win anything, but we'll get a pat on the back.
Just don't have an RBF, because everyone's looking at you for like 2 seconds. So make it count, because I will take photos of bridesmaids and wow. I'm like, girly. Like, who hurt you? Are you in a bad mood?
Yeah, I'm like, if I didn't know you, I really wouldn't approach you.
Oh my God, stop. That's so mean. Not everyone, but sometimes. Some people. Okay, this next one.
Are you going to read it or am I? Because you acting like you are.
Okay, I'm going to get in my soapbox.
Fine. Okay. Oh, okay. Then let me do it. Have your officiant announce no phones or flash photography during ceremony. Okay, Hailey, you are allowed.
I'm easily triggered by
Deep
this
breath.
because the
Deep
other day
breaths.
we were okay. I'm not gonna say. So one time at a wedding, it was an inside wedding. It's beautiful. It was amazing. Someone pulled out a flash camera and started clicking away. Were we using flash? No, because it did need flash because we're professionals. But for some reason, someone felt inclined to use flash instead of sitting there appreciating the ceremony or asking if they could have us send them pictures of the bride. But anyways,
Because I swear
I'm
that
trying not to be
there's
triggered.
it's okay. I understand your frustration.
Put your
Because
phones away and enjoy the ceremony.
there are sometimes when people literally like inch out and they'll inch out more, and then all of a sudden their hand and their phone are all the way in the aisle. And you know what? Sometimes I just want to kick them.
This is what I do. I point at them like this, and I'm like, give them a little hand. And they're like, me? Me? That's what I do. Because it makes me ill.
I feel like we just have to deal with it so much that at this point I'm like,
Like, at that,
yeah.
like, you might as well just, like, stand somewhere, like, that nobody can see you and, like, zoom in on your phone so, like, you can get a better angle rather than being in the way or something.
Are you off your
Insane.
soapbox?
I'm off of it.
Insane. Insane.
Insane.
Okay. Cut.
Yeah, cut. I'm pissed off. People piss me off.
Okay. You want to read the next one?
No, you do the next one.
I read the last one, so.
Okay, fine.
Okay. I just can't.
Okay.
Who's backing it up in your driveway?
You can hear that? That's
yes.
funny. Okay, so practice your kiss at the altar. And also maybe kiss multiple times because that's always nice for us to get one up and down, one side to side, maybe a blurry shot, but it's really
Not
nice.
not intentionally blurry for me, anyways.
Sometimes people, whatever, sometimes it's cute. Anyways, it just gives people, if they can, like, just enjoy the moment more. You guys can kiss more. You can have more photos of it. And also, if you're, like, going into it awkward at first, it's nice to be like, so. Practice.
Yeah.
And if you're going to turn your head right, he's going to turn his head left. Is he going to grab your face, or you're going to grab his face, or are you going to grab his waist, or is he going to grab your waist?
Yeah, especially if you're like trying to do one of those dramatic dips, which please practice those. I've seen it go wrong many times. So if you're planning to do one of those, I would recommend doing it down the aisle and not at the aisle. That's also a tip.
Yes, for sure. This next one's actually a really, really, really good tip that
and you know what? It was on my brain because I actually had a bride ask me if she should do that. And I said, 100%. I said, do it now. And she said, okay, so I'm just going to read it. Put on your invitation 15 to 30 minutes before the actual ceremony time to start so that you start on time. So like if your ceremony is at 5:30, put 5:15.
Yeah. 100%. And also, this is kind of a little weird side note. People, please have your invitation. Like, make sure that you yourself get a copy and you don't forget about getting yourself a copy and, like, having it in a safe place. Not only for a keepsake, but for pictures and stuff as well. But that's a really good tip.
So I get paid the big bucks.
Yeah, that is why.
She knows. Gold digger.
She knows better. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wait.
We don't like
do
Kanye. Yeah, no.
Anyways. Have your officiant...
That's another soapbox. Let's not.
Have your officiant announce that all families stay seated for family photos after the bridal party exits the ceremony. And be specific. Say, hey. And I suggest with this, the bride tells the family members that they want to stay behind, tells them beforehand, like before the day of. so they know who's staying. So when the officiant announces it, hey, immediate family stay behind, everybody else head to the reception or the cocktail hour. You can even get as specific as people. Sorry, you texted me.
No, I didn't.
My train said choo choo choo. Anyways, so
People,
the officiant
squirrel.
the officiant can say all immediate family that the bride has said to stay. Everyone else head to the space.
Right, because you're gonna get Uncle Joe being like, "Where's my photo?" And I'm gonna be like, "I'm not on the list."
Yeah, he's gonna be like, "Oh well, I've known her since she was 12, so."
Well, I've known her for 3 months, and what? And what about it? Like,
and the sad part is you can't be like, "Do you want to take these photos?" Because they'd be like, "Yeah, back 30 years ago, I had photography business, yeah."
Oh my gosh, I have to tell you something later.
You want to know something so funny? I think I've already told you this, but the listeners don't know. My mom and dad's wedding photographer.
Oh, yes, I know this.
My mother.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
Died.
It's not funny. No, it's actually so sad.
He was there and he took the photos, and because it was filmed, they didn't have digital cameras yet.
How old was he?
I don't know.
You weren't there, obviously, but like, do you know? There. No, you weren't.
And my mom's tummy.
We're unpacking a lot of trauma. This is not therapy.
Okay, so I just think this is so funny. So my mom, their wedding day, they get film taken, obviously, because it's back in the day, like 20-something years ago. And
yeah, well, how old are you? 20. 21. 21 years ago.
It was 22 years ago.
Right.
Because I'm 21 this year. Anyways, so the film
it's literally
was not developed, and I guess he died, and so she still needed her wedding photos, so she had to develop them herself. So he died. I don't know what he died from.
Terrible. I want to know how old he was. Ask your mom.
I think he was older.
That's what I would assume, right?
But not old enough to like spontaneously die, which anyone can die spontaneously whenever, but it was a shock, I guess. Like he wasn't supposed to die.
That's terrible.
I'm trying to think, is there any other tips that we have specific for the ceremony? Oh, like stop and kiss at the end. Or like, you know what some people need to do? Some people need to like make their like exit of the ceremony like a little more zhuzhy. Like throw flower petals, throw confetti, blow bubbles. Like a lot of people want to hone in on the exit of the night, but if you're not going to do an exit, you need to do like a grand walking back down the aisle. You guys kiss a few times. Flowers being thrown so you can kind of like soak in that moment, or like confetti poppers or something. I don't know.
Also, I feel like sometimes like exits to the ceremony are really awkward because people stay seated.
Yeah, so that's why you need to say please, like have the officiant before they announce the first kiss. He steps out of the way. He says please rise. Then you may not kiss your bride, because when everyone's standing, it's so much better. Because everyone can turn their head, like their full body, not just their head. So
right, and it just kind of looks like they're doing one of these. They're like,
yeah, and like some people are clapping, some people are not, some people are sitting if they don't have the announcement. So it's nice. Yeah, too. But if you give them something to do, like throw petals, obviously they're all going to stand up.
You know what? I want someone to be so iconic one day and exit. Obviously, if everyone like is perfect, and exit and pick up the bride and run her out the ceremony. I feel like that would be kind of fun.
That's so cute. And if they fell, I would get it on video and it would be so funny.
Why do you always think of these things?
Me?
Yeah.
Because I think about what's going to go wrong in a situation like that. Because it's their wedding day. And like I think about what could go wrong.
You think of worst case scenario and I'm like, I don't know.
You know what I do kind of? Oh, okay, so here's the thing.
At weddings, anyways, normally most of the time I would think of worst case scenarios.
I was going to say, for important things like that, not saying that weddings are not important, but important.
That's literally our job.
are life. You know what? I'm not even
Yeah.
gonna.
Yeah, no, continue. Things that are life. Right. Life.
I was gonna say, like, if we were to travel somewhere, I wouldn't think of worst case scenario in that situation.
Yeah,
But
no,
when it
I
comes to
would.
other people's life, I'm like worst case scenario.
Yeah.
But whereas you are like da 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 when it comes to other people's life, and then like we're opposites in that sense.
Yeah. Well, I still do value wedding photography.
Well, there's a hole that I've dug, and I just keep digging deeper, deeper.
So this is why I bring Hailey with me, because she's always like, I don't know. And I'm like, actually, I never saw that. Yeah, thanks. She's like,
what's something that's
I
happened?
wouldn't do that here.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't do that. There's been so many. Oh, yep. Olivia will think of something because there's the easy way, and I'm like, let's complicate this, and then the complicated way ends up being sometimes better.
I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Risk it for the
can.
biscuit.
I feel like you can say, "Did that thing fall?" Wow.
I told you that, and you told me. And, shh.
What? That it fell?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
We were
I
not
have this.
filming.
No, I have this thing where I like don't listen.
Yeah, selective hearing. Yes, you do. 100%. It's not as bad as old people, but
You hate old people.
oh my gosh, you know what I do? Okay, if my mom's listening to this, she's gonna vouch for me. So the other day, she was talking to me about. I was actually ranting to her about something, and my mom was like, "Wow, remind me never to have you take care of me when I'm old."
Yeah.
And I was like, hopefully you can take care of yourself and you have money to pay for things.
I tell my parents all the time that I'm not taking care of them.
And she was like, what if I had no money? And I was like, put you in a home. If you didn't have any money and couldn't take care of yourself, what am I going to do? You're going to take all my money, all my time. I'm not going to be happy. And you're just going to take. I'm going to put you in a home. And they're going to take care of you. That's why you save up your whole life. You have a retirement. You can pay for yourself. So you don't have to depend on anyone.
That's terrible.
I don't care.
I'm the same way.
My dad was like this. My mom was like, did I even raise you? I was like, evidently. But honestly,
she raised you.
Mm-hmm, she did. Mm-hmm. But she for real. I was like, girly, I will not take you in to live in my house constantly and for me to wipe your butt all the time. Like, I will pay someone to do that.
And bathe you.
And bathe you. Oh, what if you... Yeah, no. Shave you. No.
I had to take care of my mom when she broke her leg, so I still had to take care of her because at least I'm not changing a diaper.
Yeah, I can't. Like, I'm not wired like that, and I could never be.
Hailey has sworn off me. What did I just say? Hailey told me that I should never have kids.
But sometimes I'm like, Also, I just realized that
I don't know why I brought that up.
What I just did was very politically incorrect. An unable-bodied person is not like what in the sense of what I was just talking about. Someone that is unable to care for themselves. Someone that is because you can still be disabled and like still live a totally fine life. But I'm talking in the sense of someone that literally cannot take care of themselves or provide for themselves at any capacity solely because of their negligence to themselves is in this in the situation I'm talking about. God forbid my parents like were in a really bad accident and I had to take care of them, that would be a little different. But I'm talking about they let themselves go. They didn't take care of themselves. They didn't save money. They didn't do anything for themselves. And they're just expecting me because I'm the daughter to take care of them. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know why I brought up the fact that you told me I should never have kids. I just felt like it was weird.
It's because of.
It's because I said diapers. I was thinking.
It's because you were saying like you know how you're like I'm dismissive with old people.
Yeah.
You're like that with kids.
Yeah, but I don't like other people's children. Like,
No, but that's totally fair because I don't either. Because you can't. Everyone thinks that they know what to do, or not that they know what to do. Everyone thinks that they're doing the best job that they can, when a lot of what they're doing is very negligent and is very hurtful for the child.
You know where I get that from?
What?
My dad. Because today we were at Academy Sports and there was a child causing havoc in the Academy Sports, and he literally said out loud, he was like, "Are you kidding me?" And he looked over at the parents and was like, "This has to be a joke." I was like, I feel that on a
I would be like this.
but I never would say it out loud. I would just look at them like this.
No, you would say it with your face. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the look of judgment.
I do that quite often, and you tell me it's a bad trait, but I think it's fine.
Sometimes I'll give Evan the look of judgment, and he's like, "Why are you looking at me like that?" And I'm like, "Looking at you like what?" And he's like, "Pure judgment." And I was like, I didn't even say anything.
You know who looks at me like that?
Me?
Yoshi.
Oh, as she should.
You know what? We need to get her on the podcast.
Yes. Yokesters.
She won't come. She's like too lazy for her own being. Also, I have to send you a photo of her from last night.
Oh, she looks so cute in the car.
Which one?
I don't know. You sent it on Snap or you posted it somewhere. Also, I'm going to give
for
you
the
a
viewers
order.
Oh gosh.
So I got a burrito with chicken, queso, sour cream, cheese, and lettuce. Oh no. Where's the guac? It didn't come with guac. But that's fine.
Look at this picture of her.
The sweetest little bumpkin ever.
She was No, but do you want to see the video?
Dude, look at what iPhone does now. That is so crazy to me.
Here, look, watch the video. Turn it down because I don't know what's playing behind it.
Okay.
But I think I was listening to my rain noises. But she was literally, she had her tongue out and she was like drinking water. She was like going, I was like, bruh.
That is so funny.
We're just like on FaceTime now. I don't know. All right, well, can you stop for a minute so I can...
This is a mukbang now. It's a mukbang.
Okay. All right. That's all for today, guys.
Bye! All right, everybody. That's all for the episode. Thank you for tuning in to One Thing at a Time, a podcast where we talk about all things photography, life, and advice. Where can we find you, Olivia?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook. All handles are at Olivia Rodriguez Photos, except for Facebook. It's Olivia Rodriguez Photography with 2 Y's because I'm too dumb to change it. Hailey, where can they find you?
You can find me at HaileyHighPhotography.com or on any social media platform at Hailey High Photography.
You can follow the podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can listen to the podcast on Spotify and Apple and really anywhere that you can get your podcasts.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.